Hi beauty fam, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. I'm Miki, and on my channel I love to talk about luxury skincare and beauty and sometimes luxury goods. And today we're talking about and doing a demo of the 20th anniversary limited edition collection by SUQQU. And I ended up picking the Quad 102, the Cheek and Face Palette 102. And then I've picked up the Face Compact in 101. And then the anniversary 4-piece lip kit. This beautiful packaging right here. So if you're interested in knowing more about the collection, seeing it demonstrated on my face, then keep watching. Remember to subscribe all to get notification of when my videos go up. Commenting and liking below really helps out engagement on my channel. And with that out of the way, let's begin and talk about this beautiful 20th anniversary to SUQQU. So happy anniversary to SUQQU. It's been 20 years for SUQQU, and SUQQU marks its 20th anniversary year with the theme of Spectrum of Beauty, with our wish list to illuminate our unique and beautiful journey of life. I'm reading from the website now, and this is what they say. SUQQU continues to commit to introducing new, fresh beauty values, guiding you to your new, brilliant self. The collection embodies what SUQQU always cherishes: beauty in motion, consistent and evolving, rather than captured in fleeting individual moments. We commit to offering beauty that grows over time, that updates and refreshes itself resiliently, values which reflect unique Japanese aesthetics. Discover an exquisite collection of products that epitomize and commemorate SUQQU's 20th anniversary. So happy anniversary, SUQQU. So for those who are not new to my channel, you know that I love SUQQU. So it took me quite longer than I thought to decide what I was going to get in the SUQQU collection. And it had to do with, I wasn't going to purchase the entire collection, and I knew already about that. Really wanted to be more mindful about my purchases, and I was really torn whether I was going to get for the eye blush compacts 101 or 102. So I ended up obviously getting 102, the more cooler toned purpley red color, I would say pink purple lilac quad. But I ultimately decided not getting on 101, which is this one here, because it's a little bit too orange for me, and there was not very much, in my opinion, dimension on what they offer. It was this all orange, and I have a lot of orange from SUQQU already, so I didn't think it was adding anything new or value to my collection. I decided to pass on that. And 102, and I'll do some product shots here, 102 Yumasaki Kyo, it's limited edition, and it's described as a palette of pink spectrums that draws out various charms of yours. Enjoy playing with these pink shades that can create a wide range of looks, from gentle sweetness to cool, understated sophistication. So this is what it looks like here. It has different textures. I will say this feels a little bit different. I think I was on a live with one of the SUQQU essays, and they said it was a bit of a new formula. It's a combination of the pure color blush and the melting powder blush, but obviously they don't have that ingredient anymore that they can source. So I love it. It's kind of like this cool tone mauve color, and it definitely shows up on my cheeks. I have it here on this side alone, and there's no rules of how you can use this kind of palette. I just call it a face palette. And so certainly I was interested in actually using both of these as blushes. So you'll see a demo of me using this. I use the shimmers on my eyes in different ways, and was really excited to try this new formula because I hadn't tried this yet, this creamy formula that they've created in the past year. So I used that. And then in terms of the other products, I was kind of also torn. I wasn't sure. This is also why it took me a while to get this collection. I wasn't sure if I was going to get this face compact. And I ended up on a video live with a SUQQU essay, and they said this 101 was going to be more of a face powder. So there's 3 face compacts, I think all 3 limited edition shades, and I'll put up a picture here in front of my face. A face powder compact with visual representation of Spectrum of Beauty, an embossed design expressing the collection's theme. A newly introduced 3D printer technology created this 3-dimensional design that depicts a trajectory of lights. The powder gives pleasant experience of wearing luxury on skin, while it is itself a beautiful work of art for you to adore. Available in 3 shades. The one I got here, 101, and I didn't do swatches of this, and I'll do it now just so you can see. It's pretty light. it has like it's not completely matte, I would say. It's got like kind of like this like a light iridescence, but not enough to be a highlighter. The 101 Harutsuya gives bright and natural glow, formulated with gold tone pearls to create a lively impression. And you'll see me demonstrate it, and I definitely have thoughts on this product. The other one is 102. It's more of the pink one. It creates a soft, dewy complexion formulated with pink pearls for a gentle impression. And the last one is the one that was more purple, and I think that actually sold out. And it said it was supposed to give a clean, translucent glow, and I think that was the one they said could be used as a highlight. Can't remember, but they were, all three were very, very light. So I definitely have thoughts on this. And then the last of the products are the lip kits. And so this is what the packaging looks like. And I'll show it to you here before I move to the swatches. So this is the packaging. And surprisingly to me, this is the product when I was on Selfridges at least. This, as far as I know, this lip kit is only available through Selfridges, because I checked out the other Harrods and Liberty Londons and this never showed up. So basically for the price you get below, you get 4 limited edition shades. So it's got this really cool box, and then it opens like this, and there's like a heavier box and a lid, and then all 4 lipstick shades are in here. Super luxe on the packaging. I think they did a beautiful job on that. And this kit contains 4 lip colors designed to express the 4 seasons of the year via color and texture. So taking aspirations from the 4 distinctive seasons of Japan, the idea from unique Japanese aesthetics, this kit offers a variation of SUQQU's lip makeup, capturing spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And then the lip colors are encased in an exclusive 20th anniversary box, which I just showed you. Let your heart skip a beat by a gorgeous appearance of the kit. So I would have to say, out of like the packaging, this was the most exciting, but the packaging on these are just as beautiful. So this is new. This is a color they never had before. It's kind of like this muted shimmery gold. This has more reflection on it. This is more actually they both have like a lacquer on top, but the SUQQU insignia is here, and it's angled beveled packaging here that you can see. It's like got an indentation, and it angles. It gets wider here and then narrower here, and then wider. And it comes with a really nice size mirror. It's just really, really beautiful. So the packaging is just beautiful. Let me read to you a little bit about the lipsticks. So let me pull them out one by one. This is the Comfort Lip Fluid Fog 111, a liquid lip color that delivers soft, misty radiance. A soft texture and gentle cherry plum color evoke a breath of spring. So this is the spring color, and it's also the lightest. Then we have the 104, which is the treatment wrapping lip, and I just want to get in close so you can see. It has like a purple and specks of little glitter in there. A liquid lip color that brings healthy glow to the lips. A striking hydrangea color with clear sparkle, captures fresh summer flowers with water drops. So that represents summer, and that's the color I actually have on my lips right now. And then they have this interesting new packaging for the sheer matte lipstick. This is new to me. I haven't bought this matte lipsticks in quite a while, but it has this cool geometric pattern. SUQQU insignia here, and this is the matte lipstick. And it's really cool. They have the SUQQU name here, and then the SUQQU here. And this sheer matte lipstick is $115. A lipstick with a matte finish and sheer coverage, a rich and mellow hue inspired by an autumnal scene of colored foliage. So that's fall, definitely is more orange than the rest. And the last one is the Moisture Rich Lipstick, definitely very balmy. Actually, upon opening it, I kind of dented it. So it's kind of got this really cool packaging, definitely beautiful, definitely finger magnet, but it's beveled in here and it's gold. And this is like a really balmy finish. This is a Moisture Rich Lipstick, $129, a lipstick that creates a dewy, alluring look, a shimmering deep red color inspired by a snow-covered camellia in the tranquility of winter. So it's a deep color, it's very beautiful. Definitely the autumn And the winter colors are definitely warmer leaning, and then the summer and the spring were definitely cool leaning. Okay, so now that my eye look is done, I want to try this 20th anniversary face compact. And here is the powder, and I got the color 101 because I was on a SUQQU live and they said this would be the best for an overall finishing powder. I think finishing powder. I'm a little concerned it's a little too light, but we'll see. It has this beautiful embossing. I think it's laser, or they said it was embossed by laser cut. I can't remember, 3D printer maybe, but it's beautiful. And I think once I start using it, this embossing will go. I do see some glitter flecks, so we'll see. And it looks more like a cool tone color. What I'm going to do is take this Kyoto brush I have. Primer, I use the Tatcha Liquid Canvas Primer, and then use the SUQQU 040, the foundation. And on my eyes, I'm wear testing the Tower 28 Serum Concealer, and I got it in shade, I think 10. I'll put all the details below, but I'm kind of wear testing to see if this concealer is any good. Okay, so I'm going to take my Kyoto brush and then kind of sweep into here, just press a little bit of it. I'm trying to keep the embossing as much as possible. We'll see. Okay, we'll do one side and see how that looks. Ooh, I do think it's a little bit lightening, which I'm not really keen on. I don't like powders that actually make me look lighter. So just go in with a light wash, and maybe this is powder I'm going to use for my under eye. Let's see how it does. So I'm just going into this with a SURRAT. This is one of their brushes. It's actually the jumbo brush, but it's supposed to be for crease, but I use it for my under eye. Yeah, I think this might be better for under eye. It's too light, I think, for my complexion. You could see, like, as I was using it, how much it lightened my complexion. But I have to say, that's a really nice powder. In terms of like the feel of it, it feels really nice and light, but I think the color is just too light. So I'll continue to wear that and see, but that's a pretty big powder and pricey powder just for my under eye, which, you know, my holy grails, the Pat McGrath. My holy grails are the Pat McGrath under eye powders, and it was just more practical, and these are super, this is my holy grail. The 102 quad. And I'm going to see two things. I want to see if this blush actually shows up, and I wasn't too fussed if this blush wasn't going to show up, because for me, I could see using that as a transition crease shade already. I often don't really bother with what they say should be a blush versus eyeshadow. I'm perfectly using this as a transition shade and actually going into this as a blusher. So let's try to see. It did have this beautiful 20th anniversary embossing, and SUQQU always prints it their name here, but if you use their products enough, it does wear down. So I'm just going into this shade here. Okay, it's very light. I would say it's definitely cool toned. I'm using a brush I got from the Kyoto Fude Japan sale, and I think it's squirrel hair. So that's actually really nice. I think for a light look, it looks pretty. It's a bit cooling. It's not what I usually go for. I think what I would do is actually combine the two colors, and I'll do that on my other cheek, but I want to show you that I think this is really meant for someone medium cool to lighter tone. I think if you're deeper than me, this is not going to show up. But let's see, because you don't have to use that as a blusher. I use that as a crease shade in my eye look. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of go into this shade and then this, and kind of bounce back in between. There we go. And I just went to that shade by itself. And I'm starting back here because it's pretty pigmented. Let me turn down the light because I think it's blowing out the actual color. There we go. That's actually a better representative. Okay, I actually turned down the light. Sometimes when we're doing videos, sometimes you need light to film, but sometimes it can blow out the color. And I would say actually, because I'm filming in overcast, I'm actually 1 or 2 shades brighter or lighter than my real actual skin color. So I just want you to know that sometimes that's the tricky thing about lighting and studio lighting. I'm trying to do a combination of studio lighting and natural lighting, but this is definitely showing up on my skin tone. This one here. I had seen some reviews of this and some people were saying this is not going to show up if you have medium tan. I actually disagree. I think this is going to show up depending on what you use on your face. So don't just go through what they say. Like with makeup, it's all just suggestions, right? So like, even if I wanted to use this balm first and use that as a blush, I could use these two. There's nothing stopping one from using these two. So you can see how this is really pretty. If I wanted to tone this look down, I can use the actual shade here, which is the designated blush, to diffuse it a little bit. And I actually think that's pretty. I like to combo my blushes. So if you want more natural, definitely this designated blush shade shows up. You just have to build it. I actually think it's quite pretty. I'm not afraid to go up here, put some on my nose. So pretty. And how I got introduced to SUQQU, I actually bought their blushes even before I bought their eyeshadows. And I still think that their star products are their blushes. Most people love to get eyeshadows because those are the fun things to, you know, play with on makeup channels and YouTube. But I really think their star products are their blushes. Even if they're not doing the melting powder blushes anymore, it's such, they're, at least for me, they do tones and undertones that match me who's warm, and when I'm more pale, I'm more neutral olive, but I'm definitely more warm this entire season because I've gotten a lot of sun. But look how pretty that is. Again, that's this side here. It's just this shade here. You can see how it builds up. And this side is a combination of this and this. So pretty. Okay, tell me what you think of this look. Okay, this is shade 104, and it's a lip gloss, a treatment wrapping lip, because I have a berry undertone. It just amplifies this look even more. So I'm putting, this is my third layer of this gloss. It's so pretty. This whole formula of the treatment wrapping lip might be my favorite formula of this entire year. I just love it. I'm getting all of these as much as possible. I think they're just so beautiful. Okay, so I have that on my lip. And again, it's almost a full face of SUQQU. And again, so what I did for this eye look on this side, I started each eye look with this creamy base. And this is new to me. I have not tried this method or this formula yet, so I'm so glad I got to try it in this formula, and now I'm converted. I get what this is. This is like almost like it lays down color like you usually do sometimes with people sometimes do with eyeliner. They smudge it out, but this has a 2-for-1 kind of benefit. It lays down a base of like a color, but because there's tack to it, it's almost like it acts almost like an eye primer. So what I've been noticing about SUQQU is that they're doing more sparkly shades. Like these two here, I'll show you. So pretty, but they tend to be a little bit crumbly. Not as crumbly as Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath, but it can get up there. What this does when you put this base down first, it actually creates a base and a primer for the sparkly shades to adhere to. So let me just show you what I mean on my hand. So I have swatches of, you know, I took that crumbly, the shimmer shades, and I'm just patting it over, and it's, in a way, it reminds me of what I use that Pat McGrath Intensifies wand for, which is clear. But what this does, it creates almost like a glitter glue base, kind of 2-for-1. And when I use this base and then tap in the shimmer colors on top of it, it almost makes the shimmers look like they're wet. In a good way. I think they're both really pretty. I'm so glad I got this color quad. I think if you're interested in my skin tone and you weren't sure if this would show up, it definitely shows up. I think it's really, really pretty. You just have to, you know, be mindful of how you build up the color. I think this lipstick, this color looks really pretty. I would say I'm a little disappointed in this powder. You know, I was on a call with a sales associate, and she's actually my skin tone, and she actually applied it and it didn't look bad, but I guess she went really light on it. But even when I went light on this, it actually made me lighter, and I'm not interested in powders that change my skin tone. So I am disappointed, not by formula, but that it's a color I don't think that's suited for me. I think it's limiting on what I can use it for, which is my under eye. So I don't know. I think for me, if you're lighter than me, I think this is going to be fine. But if you're my skin tone or deeper, I just don't know if any of those are going to work. I think the purple one might be more geared towards being a highlighter, but I'm not so fussed in like getting something just because it's like a special edition anniversary. Like, it has to work. So it's not enough for me to be like, I just have it because it's a 20th anniversary you know, item, I have to want to use it and like it. So I am a little disappointed in this just because of the color. It's just more just that I don't know how to else use it. And if you have ideas for me, let me know. But other than using it under my eye, I don't really feel like I want to use it all over my face because it lightens my skin tone. So I'm disappointed in this and that it's not what I expected. But I think the powder itself is really, really lovely. It just really works. If it didn't lighten my skin, I think it would look really, really nice. What would have been nice is if they had made other powders that were deeper. They were all three very, very light complected colors. So I think this was kind of, at least the powders were a flop for me. Again, this is that one that comes in the anniversary set. It's like a purple berry. And let me do a really quick swatch for you how it's different than the other one. I have the shade 05 in the same product. And then I have the shade 101, which was my favorite lip product all year. I'm almost out of this. It's definitely more iridescent, light pink. Kind of the same kind of vibe. This has more, I think, to the naked eye, this has more purple underpigments. This is more pink, iridescent, but they're both kind of like on the pinky purple hue. This is 101 on this side and this is 104. So you can see definitely 104 has more purple specks in it and actually has some glitter specks into it. And that's something new. That's new with these. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let me show you the colors. This is the SUQQU Moisture Rich Lipstick, and this is the color 129. It's definitely more warm, and these were meant to be for season. This is the treatment wrapping lip. Well, I'll show you what I think this is the fall one. Definitely more brown, a little bit of red. I think this is the Sheer Matte Lipstick 115. It's not super matte, there's some tack to it. This is not my favorite formula. I think their matte formulas are just okay, but I don't really like their matte lipsticks. It's something that I don't like. I prefer something like Givenchy or Chanel or Lisa Eldridge, but they're okay. So this is the color 115. I do like the case. It's interesting shape. That's new for SUQQU. This is the SUQQU Moisture Rich Lipstick 129. This one on top here. And again, these last two would definitely look probably better with the other iQuad, the orange one, because they're warmer leaning. But I love the Moisture Rich Lipstick formula. It reminds me of a balm. The closest formula that I think of this is like the Chantecaille Lip Veil. Very like balm-like and very pigmented, but moisturizing and comfortable, if that makes any sense. So this is definitely warmer leaning, not really much with this look. And this is the SUQQU Comfort Lip Fog in 111. And the fog is meant to be the matte looking one, and the glow is the glossy one, and then the fog is this matte one. So this is the one I'm struggling with most. I don't think it's a good shade match for me, at least for my lips. I have underpigment, as you see. So I'm gonna do one thing. I do one last ditch effort to make sure that this can work. I'm gonna take this off and actually put lip liner on first. So I grabbed my Rare Beauty Kind Words lip liner. And this is like the pinkiest, lightest color that I own because I don't really wear this color very much. Okay, so that was Rare Beauty. And then I'm gonna go into this again and see if it works. Okay, so that is the color. I don't like it. To say, like, You know, I'm always going to be honest with my videos here. It doesn't matter if I get things PR or gifted. I think this looks terrible, but here it is. This is the color 111. I just think it's not a good color for me. I don't know else how to make it better other than putting a deeper lip liner on this. Yeah, I grabbed my Spice liner in MAC. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up on it. Yeah, can you see? This is like lipstick not working for us. So because I have underpigment, this kind of formula and this color does not work well. So I'm just gonna take it off. I think this is meant for someone lighter skin than me. I just don't want to make it work to make it work anymore. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna let it go. I think if it had a different formula and wasn't streaky, it would look okay, but it's a bit of washing me out and doesn't flatter me. So I'm gonna put this over here and perhaps it'll just disappear. Okay, so clearly that other lipstick was disappointing. I'm going to end with my favorite one of the bunch, which is this lip treatment wrapping lip in the color 104. I love it. I'm just going to keep it out because I know this is the one I'm going to be grabbing. And if I were to be honest, I probably spent way too much on this set because I really wanted that color, knowing it was purple with like these specks of glitter in it. I know, I'm ridiculous, but I just love this formula so much. Okay, the collection overall, you know, there were two other powders and I went on a little webinar about it, and each of those three colors were meant to be different things, whether they were an all over color, a highlighter, or meant to be kind of like a finishing glow powder. And they just weren't for me. They were all three very, very light colors, and I should have followed my instinct that this wasn't going to work for me. And you know, I think I have a nice look. I put a light color, but I almost feel that it made me a little bit lighter. And what happens when I put too light of a color over something that was working well for me before is that I'll get gray cast and it'll look ashy. And I don't know, you can tell me if you think it's starting to look ashy. Let me back up a little bit. Yeah, there's like almost a little bit of a gray cast going on, and it wasn't like that before I put that on. So disappointed in that, but you know, it's just maybe not for me, and that's okay. But now that I know, I would probably not buy this product again or something similar to it unless I know it's like brown person friendly. So that's something to note. The lipstick set, you know, I love SUQQU lipsticks. Clearly this one did not work for me. It's a little bit spendy because they kind of are like, if you think about the price below divided by 4, you're getting like, you're paying like $30-ish for each product. I really wanted this, and I really love the SUQQU colors, so I'm going to leave those out so I can play with them. You know, as part of the, you know, the 30th anniversary cute packaging. This actually sold out faster than any of the products, I think, when this went live. So I thought that was interesting. The lipsticks were the most appealing to you all. Okay, so I'll end with what I think of this. I think this is beautiful. I'm glad I got it. And this is a beautiful look. I'm happy I picked this colors because my colors are really fuchsias. Like this is one of my favorite colors, like the purple or purple, like a like hot pinks or colors like this are like my favorite colors to wear in my clothes, or even colors like this. I just know what I like, and I think this is such a beautiful color story. So that's it, beauty fam. That's it for my review. If that was fun and helpful, then give me a like below, subscribe, comment, and like below. It helps out the engagement on my channel. And as always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just be you. Take good care, beauty fam, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.